Welcome to Signature TV News. I am Charles Pius. In the headlines, Peter Obi lambasts Nigerian judiciary. NDLEA laments lack of public support in the anti-drug fight. South Africa's president signs health insurance bill. In sports, host of the 2027 Women's World Cup to be known Friday. Details in a moment. The Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 general election, Peter Obi, has described the judiciary as an impediment to the progress and development of the country. Obi spoke at the Justice Anthony Anyagolu Memorial Lecture organized by the family at the Godfrey Okoye University, Enugu, Southeast Nigeria. Signature TV was there. Delivering a lecture on the topic, the judiciary and the future of Nigeria, Obi stated that the future of Nigeria is compromised because the independence of the judiciary has been destroyed. He explained that the institutions were weak because there was no strong judiciary where litigants could report wrongdoings and get desired justice. The former Anambra governor said he was the highest beneficiary of the judiciary in the country when there were incorruptible judges. Mr. Obi said he won elections in Anambra State and another candidate was declared winner, but that he approached the court and got justice. He therefore advocated for independence of judiciary and non-interference by the executive. Obi, however, extolled Anyagolu for his exemplary life, stressing that he served his country and practiced his law in an exemplary manner. Peter Obi emphasized that the upcoming 2027 election is not as significant as addressing the prevailing chaos and challenges within the country and underscored the urgent need to address pressing issues such as social unrest, economic instability, and security challenges.
Today, people are here difficult, trying to be able to live, affording food and basic things. That should worry everybody. That's my worry for today. So whenever you see me going around and discussing about poverty, I have to put people to the receiver. I have to do the right thing to make Nigeria work. That's what I just said here. The judiciary can do a lot in helping us to build a society that can based on rule of law, which will attract investment.
In a remark, Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State, represented by the State Commissioner for Health, Professor Emmanuel Obi, described the lecture as apt. Mba said the states had made several laws and used them as instruments to create enabling environment for businesses to thrive. Abia State Governor Alex Oti was in Rivers State as a guest of Governor Similayi Fubara, during which he inaugurated the 10.98-kilometer Aleto-Ogale-Ebubwe toll road, which is expected to shore up economic activities in Rivers State. The inauguration of the project, which was executed at the cost of 6.7 billion naira, is part of activities lined up to mark Governor Similayi Fubara's first year in office. Fubara explained that the road would serve as a bypass to ease of pressure from the east-west road currently in bad shape, and an indication that this government has the interest and support of the federal government. At the inaugural ceremony in Ebubu, Eleme local government area, Fubara explained that the road would serve as a bypass to ease off pressure from the east-west road currently in bad shape. He lamented that his administration inherited a huge debt from his predecessor and that contractors of most of the projects inaugurated by the last administration had been coming for the payment of unpaid balances. Fubara commended Governor Oti for delivering good governance to his people, saying he decided to invite him to inaugurate the road due to his integrity and high-level impact in Abia, even in the face of difficulties. Among the key goals of the Sustainable Development Goals adopted by the United Nations in 2015 is to end poverty and promote economic growth. It is in line with this objective that the Enugu State government on Wednesday flagged off the Enugu State Sustainable Economic Empowerment Program, ECEP. Signature TV's correspondent, Chinemerem Ikebunam, was at the event.
Unemployment remains a major factor fueling poverty and crime in any society. Any measures geared towards reducing the number of unemployed is therefore a step in the right direction. To reduce the level of unemployment in Enugu State, 200 persons have been exposed to different skills, including vocational training, entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and digital marketing. 70% of the participants recorded in the first batch are women and people living with disabilities.
Persons with disability are always encouraged to take advantage of this, because the truth of the matter is that every person with disability has a special ability, and adding a skill that he or she can leverage would be the best thing that can ever happen.
I have about 57 to 60 persons that I'm training. When we train these people, the expectation and the things that Enugu State expect of them is that, number one, they kind of become very busy. It reduces crime rates in the society, because if people are trained to start up something, if people are being placed to start up something, it reduces a whole lot of idleness, it provides job opportunities, it even makes them meet people that are unexpected to them. So it's of a whole lot of benefit to Enugu State.
The secretary to the state government, Professor Chidebere Onya, and other government officials took turns to advise and motivate these youths on the importance of skill acquisition.
What is going on here now is not a pre-training. This is you becoming the employers of labor. Don't look at this like you're just going to get some training and cater for you and your family. This is the beginning of greater things that you're going to contribute to the economic growth of Enugu State. For you to do that, you have to be economically viable.
The state government is making huge efforts to unlock the potentials that you have within yourself. And it is like a door is being opened for you today. What you do with this opportunity is left for you.
The coordinator also highlighted the benefits of the program and how it will add to the development of the state.
ESIP, this program, therefore, serves as another opportunity for the youth to take their own destiny in their hands and become financially independent. Following the equipping of the 3 SDG skills acquisition centers across the 3 senatorial zones by the state government, the SDG office now has capacity to run skill acquisition training.
The beneficiaries also bared their minds in the program.
It has given us the impact that after this program, we have a room to creating jobs, not just looking out for other jobs, but also employing people. And it's also going a long way to promoting the economic of the state and to our country at large.
When I'm done with this program, I will use it to impact in other people's lives. Just the same way Peter and Bao gave me the opportunity to also gain my own knowledge from this.
This is just one among other training programs designed to equip the youths, including persons living with disabilities, to grow, acquire wealth, and be productively engaged in the state. The extent to which this program will achieve these laudable objectives will be measured in the months and years to come. In Enugu, I am Chinemerem Ikebunam for Signature TV News.
As Enugu community grapples with profound grief over the killings of 2 police officers along Presidential Road on the night of Friday, 11th of May 2024, little have been mentioned of the other civilians who might have been seen as collateral damage. One of such victims, Mrs. Rosalind Okamaka Chukwuka, on her way back from work, met her untimely death after a stray bullet hit her during a fatal gun duel between the Nigerian police and armed gunmen in Enugu. Signature TV news correspondent Justice Amma interacted with the husband of the deceased 41-year-old mother of 6 and breadwinner of her family.
Mrs. Rosalind Okamaka Chukwuka, who met her untimely death, few poles to her house after the day's business, is leaving behind her husband, Obinna Chukwuka, an artisan, and their 6 children aged between 3 to 14 years. While efforts are being made by her husband to recover her body from Eastern Nigeria Medical Center mortuary, where it was deposited by the Ogui police, Chukwuka has appealed to government to come to his aid as he struggles to ensure his wife gets a befitting burial.
I saw many people gathered around that area. Some keke and minibus and people, they are gathered. I saw one guy coming down. I told her, what is happening there? He said that they killed some people there yesterday night. Can they return the place? Nanya. I saw my wife cap and her slippers. I jumped inside that gutter. I begin to cry. I say, hey, I went to the state CID there. They told me that I should come back to Ogui police station here. So as I reached there, I saw many people gathered in that police barrack here. I told them that I'm looking for somebody, a woman. So I described the woman, how should the woman be. They took us to Eastern Medical Center. As we went there, they told us and bring those people, those cops out. So I saw my wife. So where the bullet enter inside her body, her chest there. So I'm begging the Nigerians and anybody that can help, let them come for my rescue, for my school, for my children and their schools and everything.
Chukwuka, who says the family is in their need of support and assistance, especially during this difficult time, expressed grief and devastation at the loss of his wife and the impact it has had on their family, while lamenting that coming out of the shock will take him a while. He urged relevant authorities to investigate the incident and ensure that the death of his wife does not go in vain, while also appealing to well-meaning Nigerians to assist the family at this very trying time. Though Governor Peter Mbah has placed a 10 million naira bounty on the heads of the killers, vowing that his administration will go after the culprits with every resource at its disposal, the fate of Ukamaka's husband and the 6 children is still not certain. It may not be out of place to also give some thoughts and consideration to how this family could be assisted in the absence of the breadwinner. Justice Ama for Signature TV News.
A middle-aged man on Wednesday morning met his untimely death along Abakaliki Road by New Haven Junction in Enugu after he ran into a moving trailer. An eyewitness told Signature Television that the young man was running from his master, who was physically abusing and beating him following a disagreement, and subsequently ran into the heavy-duty truck belonging to a haulage company for one of the major breweries in the country. The trailer driver, who apparently was not aware of the incident, had to stop when onlookers flagged him down to inform him of what had happened. Both the driver and the victim's master have reported themselves to the police, while attempts were ongoing to remove the remains and clear the gridlock along the area as at the time of this report. Mobile court convicts 27 motorists in Awka over traffic offences. Details in a moment. A mobile court sitting in Awka, the Anambra State capital, has convicted 27 drivers for various traffic offences and for attempting to bribe officers of the Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC). The Anambra State Sector Command of the FRSC has arraigned the drivers, numbering 30, before the court for offences including vehicle plate number violation, driving with worn-out tires, and use of phone while driving. The mobile court, which sat along the Enugu-Onitsha Express Road, Awka, and presided over by Chief Magistrate Mike Anyediegu, also cautioned and discharged 3 other motorists. Spokesman of the Anambra Sector Command of FRSC, Charles Iyebuwe, said a total of 68 offences were committed by the drivers, the most prevalent of which include overloading, failure to install speed limiting device, driver's license violation, and light sign violation. He expressed satisfaction with the conduct of the exercise, stating that the mobile court became imperative following the recklessness and wrong use of the roads by motorists, which has led to avoidable road traffic crashes in the state. Troops of the multinational Joint Task Force based in Magazola, Chad, have neutralized 1 Boko Haram terrorist in an ambush in Litri Island, situated on the border between Chad and Nigeria. The Chief Public Information Officer of the Joint Task Force in N'Djamena, Chad, Lieutenant Colonel Abubakar Abdullahi, who made this known in a statement on Wednesday, said the ambush was conducted on May 13th as part of the ongoing Operation Lake Sanity. Abdullahi said the troops recovered several items, including 1 AK-47 rifle, 2 magazines, 1 unexploded ordnance device, a mobile phone, and other personal belongings. He said the breakthrough, which marks a blow to terrorist capabilities in the area, also led to the capture of 2 motorcycles, 1 Bofeng radio, 4 bags of millets, and various miscellaneous items. He added that the task force remains committed to eradicating the menace of terrorism and restoring peace and security to the region. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has identified the emergence of new drug trafficking methods and low intelligence reporting from the public as major challenges in the fight against drug use. The NDLEA commander of the narcotics in the FCT, Kabiru Sukua, told newsmen in Abuja on Wednesday that some of the drug peddlers were pocket drug peddlers who dispose of the drugs they are hiding in their pockets before they are arrested. He said the officers have come under attack by drug peddlers during raid operations as the major drug dealers keep the underage to help them in their trade. The NDLEA boss said that several arrests have been made as a result of a collaborative effort through intelligence sharing with community leaders. He added that the achievements recorded so far also resulted from joint operations with other security agencies and assured that the agency will continue to engage them in our anti-drug operations. South African President signs health insurance bill into law. Join us after this break. South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa on Wednesday signed into law a bill that aims to provide universal health coverage. Ramaphosa vowed to reform South Africa's 2-tier health system, in which a publicly funded sector that serves 84% of the population is overburdened and run down, while some people have access to better treatment through private insurance. His signing of the National Health Insurance Bill, which was passed by Parliament last year, comes 2 weeks before an election in which the ruling African National Congress is fighting to retain its parliamentary majority after 30 years in power. The bill will gradually limit the role of private insurance, create a new public fund to provide free access for health for South African citizens, and set the fees and prices for products that private doctors and healthcare suppliers can charge for NHI-funded benefits. The main opposition party, the Democratic Alliance, and some labor and business groups plan to challenge the bill in court. Industry and political analysts have said it's likely to get bogged down in lawsuits for years. The Ukrainian army said it has been forced to withdraw soldiers from some of its positions in the northeastern Ukrainian region. The army said that the position had been the target of a new Russian offensive in recent days. Russia, which invaded Ukraine more than 2 years ago, launched a new offensive on the Kharkiv last week. The region borders Russia and it's home to the country's second biggest city, also named as Kharkiv. Kiev has been struggling with the lack of weapons, ammunition and soldiers, but now focused on trying to stop the Russian advances and an expansion on the front line. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi has held talks with Pakistani Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Mohammad Ishaq Dar in Beijing on Wednesday, with the two sides exchanging views on China-Pakistan relations and bilateral cooperation in all fields and international issues of common concern. At the talks, both sides agreed to firmly safeguard each other's core interests and go ahead with a strong relationship between the two countries. The two sides also decided to deepen practical cooperation and speed up the building of a China-Pakistani economic corridor. China will also help Pakistan in developing innovative technology and the new energy sector. This is Dar's first visit to China since he took office earlier this year, an important step in the interaction between the two countries. China says it will further implement the consensus and deepen all-weather cooperation with Pakistan. The winning bid to host the 2027 Women's World Cup will be revealed on Friday, May 17th at the 74th FIFA Congress in Bangkok. Brazil and a joint bid from Belgium, the Netherlands and Germany are the two contenders after Mexico and the United States withdrew from the race to focus their efforts on hosting the 2031 tournament. An evaluation report from FIFA released on Tuesday said Brazil's bid had scored higher than its rival, receiving the highest overall average score of 4.0 out of 5, following by the BNG bid with 3.7. If successful, The bid would mark the first South American has hosted the tournament. And that's the news this hour. I'm Charles Pius. Thanks for watching.